A poem, an interpretive dance, a parody song, a sock puppet fan fiction, a Minecraft recreation, starting a cult. These were all potential ideas I had for my presentation, and in the end, well, you'll have to see. So I'm sat in my room working on my English presentation. I was in my first semester of college and I was not enjoying myself, and English was definitely the worst part. Like, tell me how the fact that that tree is fatter than Spider-Man symbolizes postmodernist views of Adamites. You can put that in the comments if you want. I just felt like the class was a bunch of just nonsense, and it just felt like I was wasting my time. If I had it my way, my dream would be to do YouTube. I think it would just be super fun, and also just like so stupid. Like, somebody comes up to me and asks me what I do for a living, and I just say, oh, I play Cookie Clicker. Like, that'd just be really fun, kind of stupid, but like, I think that'd be really cool. So obviously I didn't do that though. I decided to go to college instead. Just signed up for some random courses, and yeah, well, I wasn't enjoying myself, but like while I was working on this presentation, I just wanted to go to bed. It was late, I was really tired. I was looking at the clock for entertainment. That's when I pause. I stare at the wall and I think, if I was a YouTuber, what would I do for this presentation? So yesterday I had the idea to do it. I was just sitting in my room and I was literally just looking at myself and I was like, that is such a good idea. That is so funny, I have to do it. So it's an idea I kind of have to do, as stupid as it is, and it is quite stupid, but why don't I get to rehearsing? Beyond being just animal or... in the dining room, for anyone who's wondering what the presentation is actually supposed to be about, it's pretty much just about a love horror story. I hope you caught that because I'm not doing it again. After much deliberation, I've decided to do a base presentation at the start. It'll take about 8 minutes, it's just to make sure I don't fail. Then I'll jump into the poem. You know, I can't let them know I'm crazy, I gotta ease them into that craziness. After that, interpretive dance. Okay, that's a bit kooky, like they're probably gonna be wondering what's going on. Minecraft recreation after that. Like, recreation, it's not just a random world. It's a recreation of like a part of the story. Finally, we'll end with the parody song. Friends, yo, what are you saying? But we actually won't, because I've decided to also add a cult at the end. You know, just to make it even more extreme. But I probably won't actually go with a cult because I would probably genuinely get kicked out if I tried to start a fake cult in my classroom, so we'll probably just call it the fan club, just to make it a bit more tame. Unfortunately, the sock puppet fan fiction, you know, if I was gonna do a fan fiction, I'd want it to be at least like 20 minutes. Optimally, it'd be a few hours, but we just, like, we're already over the time limit by, you know, just a teensy bit, so I think it's best that we just end it with the fan club. So that's my plan. I've been working really... Sorry, bruv, there's a... I don't want to call you bruv. Sorry, friendo. Helicopter. So, yeah, I just started. It was pretty boring. Fairy tales, like our friends. Everybody was quite bored. Point number 1, helplessness. So, throughout the story, Gilio wants rationality. We've talked about that. But beyond that, he wants masculinity. As we've talked about in this class, masculinity of the time was like... I was just mentally preparing myself. Being strong and being capable. However, in this... Finally, I got into the good stuff. Now, I'm sure all of you are wondering, which one was me and which one was AI? So first I have to bring up a fatal flaw with how love came to Professor Gilio. And I wish I didn't have to bring it up, but it's a pretty big flaw. See, in all my research, I could not find one, not a single poem based on how love came to Professor Gilliam. That is why I've written my own. So I read my poem. But to say what started I can, but it is a long story. What I will say, if you will allow, I was rather young when, well... Now I've successfully lulled everyone into a false sense of security. Needless to say, they were not ready for what was coming next. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. Okay, now let's get back to the question at hand. Perspective number 1 and perspective number 2, which one was me, which one was AI? And I'll tell you that in just a second. But first, I have to talk about one fatal flaw that I found with how love came to Professor Gilliam. And this, in all my research, I have not found one interpretive dance of how love came to Professor Gilliam. So I prepared my own interpretive dance. Oh my God, it's really short. Okay, now I won't belabor it too much longer. Perspective number 1 or perspective number 2, which one was me? And the answer is that there's a fatal flaw of how love came to Professor Gilliam. And it is that in all my research, in all my YouTube videos and TikToks, I could not find a single Minecraft recreation of how love came to Professor Gilliam's house. So that's why I prepared my own Minecraft recreation. People were starting to catch on that things were going to be a bit crazy, but I don't think anybody expected what was happening next. And if you didn't know, Hyde Park Place 100 is the house that... Neither did I, because the Minecraft presentation ended up being super boring. It's around here-ish. Really, I thought it would be the most crazy part, but I think I went too in-depth in detail, and I was quoting the book and stuff like that. People were getting almost as disinterested as before. I wanted to make them. But when it came to the end, you could tell people were not ready for even more craziness. Which one was AI? Perspective number 1 and perspective number 2. And I have one more thing planned actually. So this is super cringy, but you see there's a fatal flaw with how love came to Professor Gilliam. And there's not a single parody song of how love came to Professor Gilliam. Not a single one. So that's why I've decided to write my own parody song that I've titled Crazy. So just give me 1 second. Is it okay if I'm taking too long, Professor?
It's okay, yeah.
If anybody wants to come join me up here and they can sing it with me, I'd be really appreciative. Why can't you love me? Why don't you care? Just shout whenever, and I'll be there. You are my love, you're in my heart, and we will never, ever be apart. The parrot's heart is bigger than your size, and mine is baby, oh, like crazy, no, like baby, oh, why can't you always be mine? I'm going down. Can't believe I have to hold you around your arms. Now I'm all done. Now I'm all done. You're dead. think it's safe to say it was a success. For anyone who's wondering what happened with the cult/fan club, well, because we're a democracy here, let's all vote on it. If you think the guilty voice should be our name, please raise your hand. Well, it worked out pretty well, but honestly, I really don't want to share it because it's kind of personal what some of these people were talking about. I asked them what their favorite thing about the story was. Some people started getting emotional, and yeah, it's just not right to put that on the internet. Okay, that's a joke, but yeah, privacy stuff. So yeah, I did it. That whole day, I just couldn't shake the smile. I'd done something I'd only ever dreamed of. I was one of those crazy YouTubers doing crazy stuff just for crazy's sake. And even though it took so much time and energy, just hearing them laugh made it all worth it. So that's why I have a small announcement to make. So I've decided that after this semester, I'm going to drop out of college and try YouTube. You know, I've always had a comfortable life. I got okay grades, played sports, had tons of fun, but I've always felt like there's been something missing. So maybe what I need is a little discomfort, a little bit of wild, some genuine craziness. So I'm really excited and also really scared to do this, but well, my last exam just ended, so I hope to see you around. Success.